Well, hey everybody! This is not the usual show. Now, you might know me as AJ from the Adventurers Anonymous podcast. Well, I am on community service. I have been taken out for a few weeks to put together something very special for you. And in true AJ tradition, it has the stupidest name ever. Now, this is going to be called Marrowshaft Nights. Would be an AJ production if it didn't have a stupid name. Right, we are going to go round the houses. We're going to meet some of the wonderful people who are going to be playing the characters in this very, very, very special limited run. Let's start with a man who has many names, but I'm going to call him Cal, a man who has one of the best beanies in the industry. How the hell are you, sir?
I also have about 100 beanies as well. So,
way.
I have the biggest beanie collection in the world. And if anyone wants to challenge me, come on down. Yes, I am Cal, AKA CDTTRPG. And would you like me to explain the character, or should we wait?
Please do. No. Please do. Let's kill two birds with one stone.
All right, here I'm coming, birds. I'm coming for you. Right, it's Bartholomew Gwartheg, aka Barty Gwartheg, and Barty Gwartheg. I'm sure you'll learn more about him, but I'll tell you a bit about what he looks like. First thing you'll notice is that he's got a cow's face. He has a bovine face. He wears pretty much like me, a sort of slouched beanie on the top of his head. He has a dashing brown, slightly greenish leather waist jacket with his fantastic arms exposed either side. He also has extremely tight red leggings on his legs. You can literally see everything coming out of everywhere. It leaves nothing to the imagination. He is not afraid to show it all off. But yes, that is Barty. He is, if you'd like to know the class as well and things like that, or are we just seeing how we go and then you can figure out what class he is as we going around doing stuff?
You tease the people. Go on, sell the sizzle, not the sausage. Get out there. Give it a little magic. Come on.
All right. He is a rogue. He's a slightly naughty boy. Yeah. Yes.
Slightly.
Yes, he's a slightly naughty boy. He likes to he makes his living going around exploring, stealing, and swindling, and he does it in his own special, unique way. He has a few tools up his sleeve that will help him aid in his swindling. And did I mention he has a cow's face? That's probably it.
Way to bury the lead. Okay, he's got a cow's face.
He has a cow face. Yeah, that's Barty.
Love it.
I'm looking for. I haven't decided on an accent or anything yet, so we'll just see what we come out with.
Okay, you can see everyone preparing their cow jokes there. Okay, next up, coming to us live and direct, we have Mash. Now, Mash, I know you're very, very excited to tell everyone about your character because we've been chatting away about it for a week and a bit now.
I'm actually, as far as you're all aware, I am playing Amalethea, who is an astral elf. She's an astral elf with kind of like lavender skin and these beautiful purple eyes and white hair. She was a bard always, and she was inspired by her muse, her beloved, who she's dedicated much of the last couple of years of her life to. Unfortunately, her muse is no longer talking to her because she accidentally got married to Barty in a pub one night.
All been there.
And and so her girlfriend's not talking to her anymore. And
I missed an important thing there, actually. Oh yes, Mash is my wife.
Yeah. So you failed to mention that you had a cow for a face, and now you failed to mention.
Well, actually, you mentioned I had a cow face twice, but failed to mention that I have a wife.
He has a wife, yes. And so, she's kind of stuck with Barty for the time being until she can get the marriage annulled and prove to her girlfriend that she did it by accident and beg forgiveness.
Worst vows ever. I'm stuck with him.
Phenomenal. Okay.
Phenomenal.
Any more for any more, Mash, or are you happy with that level of intro?
What do they look like?
She's got like white hair, purple skin, purple eyes. But it's more like lavender skin, and she has like a ukulele, which is black.
Yeah, I see why
Just
Barty
what, you
fell in
bury
love.
the lead with the ukulele. Cow faces, ukuleles. All right. Okay. Loving that. Okay. Thank you very much, Mash. All right. Coming up next, we have Kalvin. Now, Kalvin, what have you got in store for us?
Hello. So I'm going to be playing Solomon, human monk. And he is a part of a specific order of monks that essentially live in a temple in the forest. And essentially, young kids like go and train at the temple. They learn to be monster hunters to keep the rest of the villagers in the surrounding area safe. He's not the best at being a monk. He's passing, but he's not brilliant. So they kind of went, you know what? We need to learn a bit more about creatures that don't turn up in the forest. We're going to just ship you out, go and learn about some stuff, and maybe you'll come back a better monk, or you'll die, whichever. So yes,
This is like a Rumspringer.
Yeah. So yes,
pigeonholing religions.
He's kind of height-wise, he's sort of very unassuming, very average, about sort of 5'10", something like that, 5'9". He's not particularly heavy. He sits around sort of like, to look at him, 150, 155 pounds in English, about 11 stone, but very low body fat. So he's very dexterous. And so the muscle he has got, he can kind of move around quite quickly. And yeah, he is dressed in sort of earthy green and quite like a very emerald almost green, a very like height of spring green leaf coloured robes. And he has long brown hair that's all in separate braids that's tied together in a big long ponytail with the sides of his head shaved. He has a necklace made of wooden sort of balls, essentially, that make a big necklace, almost like a Kuma from Street Fighter.
Brilliant.
I'm just gonna say that like completely like shat all over mine, and I'm the author, so I feel awesome right now.
I love this.
Hey there, just showing off with the descriptions. That was actually a really good description.
That was amazing.
Dude, you gave his weight. Like,
yeah,
I haven't even considered that.
That's brilliant. I like the idea that there's just
picture,
some artist somewhere out there. Currently, we're like 7 minutes into the show, and there's just someone frantically like doodling all these characters at 100 miles an hour, adding like choco beads onto a monk. Love it. Okay, right. Any more, Kalvin? Or are you happy with?
I think that's about it. Unless there's anything that you would like me to add.
No.
I think that kind of
No.
Ooh,
introduces Solomon quite well.
We can find out more as we go along. Right, that only leaves one more person. Kat, would you like to tell everybody all about your character?
So I am simple. I'm a horse. So I have a horse butt. That is the lead I'm definitely not burying because it's quite distinctive. There's a lot of horse there. She's called Willow. She really likes to hit things. She inadvertently ended up with a nomad tribe of barbarians. Wasn't really the right experience for her, but that's where she learned her to manage her rage about things. But she's sort of a slightly smaller than your normal horse. As a centaur, she's sort of more of a medium size. She has very pale skin and quite sculptured, almost elven-like features.
Okay.
She has brilliant red curly hair that's braided in the back with certain sort of parts of it are copper and some are golden and some are blonde and all weaved into each other. And her tail is very similar kind of colourings. As a horse, part of her body is chestnut with sort of, again, the copper splashes on it. And she tends to wear quite simple clothing on her upper half, sort of wraps around tops, shawls with that are kind of leaves to sort of cover slightly, sort of very much in keeping with that sort of centaur side of her with nature. And she has her ears pierced and a nose ring.
Phenomenal.
Sort of as a hail back to her barbarian ways. But she's out of the tribe and she's excited and she's really looking forward to seeing what happens.
Nice.
I genuinely was getting a like My Little Pony on steroids vibe there, which is
friendship is gonna be magic.
Have you not seen my image? That sounds perfect. My Little Ponies on steroids seems just right for me.
I think so. Although I think I've crossed the bronies before. You don't. The My Little Pony fandom are vicious. Do not cross the bronies. They will take you down. Right, there we go. I think that's everybody. So, without further ado, let us crack on with Marrowshaft Nights.
Woo! Let's do this.
Boom, boom, boom. So, welcome to Marrowshaft, the city where dreams are made for the right price. The bustling commercial hub is situated on the edge of the Miasmic Peninsula, within the vast Snickerdust Empire. Many a young person has left their backwater village with a handful of promises of prosperity and riches to be earned in this ever-growing city, only to lose themselves in its harsh realities. Better life can be found for those who work hard, but only if they take risks or get lucky along the way. The buildings are taller, the streets more expansive, and the pockets are deeper than any other city. Well, that's what it says in the brochure anyway. In truth, Marrowshaft is a city of layers and social hierarchies. It is ruled by the opulent barons residing in their immaculate spires higher above, while the destitute and marginalized tattered circle dwell below, desperately seeking out opportunities to climb out of their plight. Now Marrowshaft serves as a vital trading nexus, connecting diverse goods from across the seas. The bustling docks witness a constant influx and outflow of commodities, catering to the ever-growing and prosperous population. Now then, you currently find yourself in the Nudger's Nook district, where it is known that hard work reaps rewards, but bending the rules might propel you even further in this city of possibilities. Yet, amidst the grandeur and opportunities of Marrowshaft hide some darker secrets. Lock your doors, check your windows, and keep a knife close at hand, because our adventure is about to unfold, revealing the mysteries and perils that lurk within the heart of this city. There we go. Almost did that without screwing anything up. I've got the driest mouth ever.
Very
well done. Very well done.
Take a swig, dude. That was beautiful.
Yeah, well done.
My mouth is drier than Gandhi's flip-flop.
Cheers for that. Cheers.
Yeah. There we go. Right. Hello. So this is just going to be a nice little session 0. All right. Nothing crazy, nothing wild. Hopefully none of you die. It's just here to orientate you to the characters before we get out in the wide world of streaming, so that you can get a chance to inhabit your characters, so that basically you can try them on for size, so that you can try out voices. Don't worry if your voice doesn't fit perfectly first time. Just have a whirl, see what seems best. And it's also a bit of a chance for you to either drip feed information that only you and I know, or maybe you want to just test the boundaries with the other characters and see. So let me tell you straight off the bat, you can start a campaign, you can start a little mini campaign anywhere, really. And, it's traditional to do it in a tavern, but I could not be bothered. So I thought we would start with a bit of domestic bliss. I've put you living in some fairly crappy apartments called the Dusty Hood Heights in the Nudger's Nook neighborhood. Okay, so you all live in the Dusty Hood Heights. Well, and it's an upstairs, downstairs. Yeah, imagine a marginalized version of Downton Abbey. It's upstairs, downstairs. So downstairs, we've got Kalvin and Kat, or I should say Solomon and Willow. You're living in the downstairs because we couldn't put a horse in the upstairs apartment. And in the upstairs, we've got Theo and Barty. Now, as to start off, please feel free to explain to the listeners why you might be shacked up together, why you might be lodging together, and if you even want to put a little bit of colour into an apartment that you might have for your character, or how the living arrangements might do, please feel free, and we'll take it from there. Why don't we start upstairs with Thea and Barty?
Oh, and now here we are. My love for life. Oh, you'll
For
never
as
leave
long
me,
as
right?
it takes for me to find someone to get this marriage annulled, you mean?
Uh,
I've searched the entire
What?
city. I can't find Belle anywhere. I just need to prove to her this was a mistake. This was a terrible mistake. Come on, Barty. You can help me. You can. It's a sham marriage. We didn't even know we were getting married. There was a dude in a nappy and a balloon hat, and we were all dancing around. How are we supposed to know it's a marriage ceremony?
oh, you mean you don't love me?
No.
But we're married.
Who do you know who married for love, really? I mean, really.
Me.
Find me someone.
Me. I tell you what. Why don't I prove my love to you?
You can prove your love to me by finding Bella,
Who the fuck is Bella?
my muse.
And
I'm a bard. I need my muse. I cannot create art without my muse. I need my muse. If you want to meet me to be happy, I need my muse.
you know, you could have told me this before we moved in together. Probably would have been good to know. Let's make a deal then. I'll find. Was it Bella?
Mm-hmm.
But you stay married to me.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe the happiest man ever. And he's crying.
Oh my God, listeners. I'm not saying that my campaign is just full of smut and innuendos, but that really just kicked me in the feels. Oh God. Oh God, that hurt me on so many levels. Oh.
Put me for a surprise as well, because I didn't think you were going to play it that way.
Neither did I.
I need counselling. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Thank you very much. It's only going to get worse from here, listeners. Okay, right. We're gonna just step out of that little moment, and we're gonna go through the floorboards, past the pipes, through the dust, back through the spackle on the ceiling, and we're gonna go down into the downstairs apartment where we're gonna find Solomon and Willow. Please tell me it's happier down there, you two. Please, for the love of God.
So it's
Ollie?
a little bit...
Lee, do you think they're upset again upstairs? Because I heard raised voices, and then I think the cow one might be crying.
You do nothing. Why is this any different any other minute or hour of any
Well,
day?
because they seem so unhappy. Aren't you sad for them?
I feel nothing towards them.
Oh, sorry, you're so
Their
grumpy.
problems are their own. I'm not grumpy. Their problems are just their own.
Sometimes you are very sensible and you're very serious, and it's just as well you're handy at getting me out of a scrape when I've got too drunk.
Yeah, I mean, if you could hold off on doing that
What?
the last time, those
The mead
people were
is so
really
amazing.
cross. Sorry.
It's not my fault that they got, like, I'm a horse girl and I beat them, and that's not my fault.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that is, yeah. Maybe no more drinking.
Might have called them
competitions.
short and ugly, though.
Yeah,
That might have
wouldn't
been my
had-
fault.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have appreciated that. You probably shouldn't have gone around insulting people that you beat at drinking competitions. Probably not the best idea.
No, it's not my fault if they can't drink as much as me.
I mean,
Should
no,
get,
I mean, it is.
If they can put it all where I can put it here, then it would be different.
Why do you have to insist on showing me your behind?
Because I'm really hurt.
I have detailed notes about the anatomy of your race now. I don't need to keep seeing it. I put it all in my notebook. It's absolutely fine.
Because the first time we met, you asked me about my my derriere, so I thought you
Well,
were interested.
not just specifically you're behind, but your anatomy in general. You're very
You were like,
confusing.
"You're really weird. I've not seen something like you before. Tell me all about you." And I was like, "I'm me, and I don't know anything about me other than I have a horse butt."
I mean, yes, I was there. If you remember, I mean, you're talking about me being there. I was there. I remember this. See, I even have that's actually written down too about our
It's a really
conversations.
good diagram you've drawn of me. So
Well, thank you.
did you have to do it like you kind of spliced me open? That's a bit much, Ollie.
Well, yeah, I
Much,
did. I
Ollie.
did the best. I did the best I could.
That's just when I
with-
could break
with-
you in half if I needed to.
Well, I don't think that is necessary. I don't know why you have to always insist on going to violence. It doesn't seem necessary.
Let's fight.
But I mean, if we could just find some monsters that we could fight and I could learn
I
about, that would be great.
I suppose that way
That
you
would be a
get to
much
learn
better
about
use
me.
of our time rather than just drinking all day and just fighting the same people every different day as we cycle round the bars in Marrowshaft as we get kicked out of one and have to cool off for a week or two until they let us back in.
You know
These
what?
aren't really the creatures I was looking to make notes on when I left the temple.
Not a bad idea, Sonny, because I could get my punching in, which I just like to do. Then after we've beaten some monsters, I can get my beer on.
See, this is why it's great, because actually we're at let's look outside, about 10 a.m. in the morning, and you haven't started drinking yet, and I've been able to have a civilized conversation with you. I've been trying to tell you this for the last 2 months, but you
Oh.
literally wake up and finish the beer you didn't finish the night before. It's so
See?
difficult to try and get through to have a normal conversation with you. You're permanently intoxicated.
It's okay, Sonny. And she's going to come forward.
No,
and
no, backing up. No, no.
And now she's going to try and chase Solly around
Yep, okay,
Like,
that's fine.
as a monk, because she has no decks. She's a horse.
I'm going to stamp on the ceiling because they're making too much fucking noise.
Now you're getting a horse galloping around downstairs. Oh, grumpy cry man upstairs is
That is a phenomenal place to step off from downstairs. That was wonderful. There's so much domestic bliss going on in this tenement block. It's ridiculous. I don't even know where to begin. I feel like we've just recreated like fantasy Coronation Street. Wow. This is exactly where I thought this would go, honestly. Okay, dokes. Right, we're going to pan quickly back up through the floorboards upstairs. Now then, Theo, Barty. It's at this point in the middle of your arrangement, your romantic agreement, if you will, that you remember something very important that you'd forgotten. Your flat is due an inspection today. Now, you don't own your flat, you rent it. The company you rent it off are called Tattersnatch Tenancies.
I know them well.
And Tattersnatch Tenancies are going to be sending an individual round to come and check over your flat. Just check you haven't, done anything untoward towards it. It's still in good nick because, they're charging you through the nose to live in this city because it's a city of opportunities. And to live in a city of opportunities, it costs a pretty penny. So you might want to, I don't know what you might want to do before your landlord's inspector comes round.
Yeah. Above the table, trying to think of another voice I could try. And it sort of evolved into like a crying, basically me. So I'm gonna, do you know what? I'm gonna try sort of my normal voice with it and see if that fits. This is what Session Zero is all about. Trying shit out. Let's see if Barty suits me. DM, I would like to try my best. Well, I'm assuming I've got a secret nook of some description where I would hide certain paraphernalia.
Okay. Yeah.
I would like to just check that that's all secure and that an inspection wouldn't reveal such goods.
Certainly can. So underneath the sink, you've got a false back to one of the cupboards where you keep fun time goods. I'm not going to tell you what you keep in there, but I'm guessing it's more than bleach and Mr. Muscle. So, do you want to tell the listeners what you keep in there?
How dirty do we? No. It's a variety of sort of weighted dice and fake playing cards and various things that a con artist would use to do things, as well as a variety of stolen valuables that he has taken from various nobles about this wonderful neighborhood. Maybe the barons, who knows?
Okay. Well, would you like to make me a perception check?
I would like to see what I perceive. Absolutely.
The first roll of this mini campaign.
Here we are.
Badly wrong did it go?
Maybe Irish. No. That's a 3, so that's a really good start.
So,
I've
you.
got.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I've got bad news for you because, like, as much as I could help you, I'm not gonna. Just gonna sit here tuning my ukulele.
So, Barty, you get down on your hands and knees and you get your cow-like face underneath the sink. You swipe away the cleaning products, all sorts of jars full of viscous material, bubbling, kind of oily, kind of weird contraptions used for degreasing, all sorts of different things around the flat, various colors of different polish. You see some various powders that are used for delicing the mattress. As you push them all to one side with your arm, you find the little hole in the top of the fake back underneath the sink and you yank it hard. Not like that. It's filthy.
Yes.
And
I'm just
removing
so
the cover. Thank you. That's right. Yeah. The innuendos are everywhere. You just have to look for them. As you yank it hard, you pull the fake back out of the cupboard, looking at your plethora of scheming goods, playing cards, weighted dice, fake magic tricks you can use to con people on the street and make a, pretty penny. Just various little goblins' purses full of assorted currency from different nations. Should you ever need to flee in a hurry, you have little escape bags full of different identities, although it's probably quite hard to disguise a cow face, but like a fake mustache and some glasses or something like that. Now the real problem starts when, in your hurry, you slam the fake back of the cupboard back in. You hear the pipe crunch and gurgle as the pipe vibrates and splutters violently.
First thing I'll do, there's a little black book I would like to remove from this thing. So if anything else gets damaged, I cannot have that little black book be damaged. So I'm going to take the little black book and immediately apply pressure with my, would they be hooves? With my hands to the. We see we're making this up as we go.
Just the hoof face, just a cow face, not cow hands.
Just cow face. And this is what the session.
How would you hold your dagger?
Trying to figure out characters. How would I what?
Hold your dagger.
How do you crack one off with hooves?
How do you
Hoof
crack
on
one
hoof
off
action.
with hooves? It's one of life's great questions, isn't it?
I mean, just the noise that would make.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Some sexy hoof to udder action.
Oh no!
Everyone needs. It
Wow.
begins.
Moving on.
I warned you, listeners.
Hands up before you
I
get-
warned you, listeners. You can take Adventurers Anonymous away, but it'll always be here. So I'm just waiting to come back. Right, filth. Yeah, you got your little black book.
Yeah, I've got my little.
I'm not going to
black-
ask what's in it. You
Yeah.
snatch it back, put it in your back pocket. You're
Yes.
watching the pipe is gurgling badly now. It's starting to do that kind of bum 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 bum.
I'm
bum,
going
bum.
to take off my beanie hat, and I'm going to wrap it around and tighten it up as best I can around the area where it is vibrating the most.
Okay. I'm trying to think what would actually be good for that. I presume some sort of dexterous check, maybe sleight of hand. Let's go with sleight of hand.
Let's go with that. And
No,
all the
everyone
while
tried
I'll be
to be-
going, my love, come quick. And that'll be An 11.
An 11. Okay. So taking your beanie, wrapping it around. The pipe's hot as you remove your hand a little bit. You step back and look at your handiwork, knowing that your stash is relatively hidden and you've got your little black book. What are you doing, Mash, in all this?
Did I see the book?
What's your passive perception?
14. Wait, no. It's with perception. Yeah, 14.
Oh, why do I make such bad characters?
I would say, based on what Cal rolled, you saw something was going down. Whether you saw it was a black book, you saw he was being sneaky and furtive. If that's the right use of the word furtive, I'm starting to panic now. I think it was.
Paul's shaking his head in the background there, and the production
Got
side.
it. Sneaky and fertile. Terrible combination.
Yeah, no, unless she'd only really if she saw him doing something as he was doing it. But yeah, he's just made a commotion. She'd leave you to it because she don't care.
Wow.
Sorry.
In
The
that
modern
case,
marriage.
I'm gonna literally turn to you as I'm popping it into my back pocket and give a little wink, and then turn away. It's like you saw nothing.
Slap your ass at the same time.
Exactly. Yes. And then, yeah, fuck it. No, I'll just slap my ass. Do you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it for so long it starts to become really uncomfortable. I'll just maintain eye contact the whole time, just slapping my ass slowly.
Just sat there,
staring at my wife,
tuning the ukulele. It's
yeah.
If ever there was an allegory for the modern marriage, I think we've just stumbled upon it with you two. This is beautiful. If this isn't a Hallmark production by the end of the week, I genuinely don't know, a straight to DVD Hallmark production. Okay, right, we're going to leave you two and we're going to pan downstairs back to Solomon and Willow.
Hey. Did we hear that? A slow slapping with the sounds of ukulele? We heard banging, arguing. They must... Is this what they do? Do they just get angry every day with each other and then make up afterwards? Is this just the cycle?
As far as we're concerned, they get angry with each other and then they do romantic music and make up sex.
Oh my God, Mash actually has a ukulele.
Yeah,
Oh,
I couldn't find it earlier. I just saw it.
It's not actually what's happening, but that's what we think.
Well, actually, it's not what I think. I have no idea.
That's what I think.
I'm just thinking it's all very strange.
Have you not seen them? Have you never met upstairs? Actually,
yes, I've met them. Yes, but just
I would have thought you'd have been quite interested in the fact that they're not.
I mean, I did try to.
Did you try and ask if you could?
Especially
their
the elf
anatomy
one looked really cross and looked like they were not in the mood for question.
Yeah, I think you need to work on your approach. Walking up to someone and saying, "Hi, you're an interesting creature. Can I study you?" is direct, factual, but
I mean, it's not really what we do. I mean, you find a new monster in the forest. If it's a threat, you hunt it, you kill it, and then you examine it afterwards. I think that might not go down. I was told before I left the temple that wouldn't go down well in city.
No.
So
which is why it's just when you met me first, because you'd never been able to kill me. I
let's
would
agree to disagree.
You. And I can teach you how to people, because I grew up with hundreds of brothers and sisters. They're not really my brothers and sisters, they were the other people in the tribe, and most of them just mocked at me and laughed at me and treated me like a pack horse. But that's beside the point. I have some crippling experience that you don't have. I can help.
Yes,
perhaps we should invite them over for dinner.
I mean, to be honest, it's more
then you can study them as much as you want while they're sat there in front of you.
No, because whatever they're doing upstairs, I don't want to be in the middle of, and I don't know when it starts and when it ends. And if
now, both of you, I'm just going to pause you there. It's at this point, Willow, you feel something wet dripping down your flank. Hard to get the word flank into conversation every day, but you are you are a barbarian horse.
Try say it once a day.
You feel a drip on your flank. Name of the episode. And as something warm and wet drips on you, and again,
Just reach out, just like,
and again.
can I see where it's coming from?
Yes. There is now a damp patch appearing on the ceiling above your head on the plaster.
Solly! It's
Please
like a
call me Solly.
brainwave. No, because it's so much more fun to call you Solly, because it makes you frown. Do the little frowny thing. If you didn't do the frowny thing, I wouldn't. But this is a chance for you to go and make friends with upstairs, because their flat's leaking in our flat. Look, that's what that is.
Why have they filled up their flat?
I don't know, but why don't you go and ask them, and then you get to look at them at the same time and maybe interact with them. But right, okay. And she grabs Solomon's hand, and
it's just leaking. You just put a bucket down. Yes?
Actually, she grabs Solomon's hand, throws it onto him, and then she's like, "Right, hold on. We're going to try and go up the stairs."
Not this again. Not this again. No. Oh no. No. Before she even ascends the first step, I am off. I'm off. I know how this ends. She tried to do it the other week when she was drunk, and it all ended in horrible, horrible mess. I swear I broke a rib.
Wow.
Hey, well,
Okay.
should we upstairs?
Upstairs, but should you try stairs? You and stairs don't get on.
Yeah, I was going to say. Surely you can go upstairs, but you're never coming back down. That's famously documented.
Why don't you go upstairs, and I will shout aid and help from down here?
Maybe keep. Let's. I'm just gonna walk up the stairs. I just can't. I can't reason with madness.
Okay. Solomon, you stomp sultrily up the stairs.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go up the stairs and kind of like as I get to the top, just straighten myself up a bit, straighten the beads, and then go and knock at the front door of the house above of the angry couple.
Amazing. The flat. So as you ascend up, you hear muffled voices coming from behind the door as you knock as calmly and politely as you can. Now, inside the flat, Theo and Barty, you hear the knock at the door as the pipe behind you goes boom and water starts splashing out the front of the sink area.
Oh, God.
You see playing cards and dice just splashed all along the floor. Just mixing with disgusting coloured cleaning products. It's almost like a whirlpool of colours as water just splashes along the floor. As you hear a hearty knock at the door.
Oh, don't come in, we're in love!
This water, right, is it coming like right at me? Is it going to spray at me?
No, it's not. It's not like it's flowing. It's not spraying.
I grab my shit. I try and collect. Fuck the playing cards. They're gone. They're dead. It's the
Sorry.
dice I need.
Theo's just like, Barty, the door. Goes back to shooting.
I'm kind of dealing with something here, honey. That's what I'm gonna. Yeah. Do you know what? I think my voice actually works for Barty, which is not something I. This is not something I thought it would be. But fuck it. Yes, honey. No. Would you mind getting that for me, my darling?
Not your darling. I'm busy.
Would you stop plucking that? What did you call it? The didgeridoo? Can you stop plucking the didgeridoo and please
Stop fucking the didgeridoo.
Stop fucking the didgeridoo and answer the door while I'm try and sort this leak out. Would that be all right, my love?
Artist, not a blooming maid. And like, she gets up
Yes.
and she storms to the door and she opens it. Yes. How can I help you?
Good morning. Your flat seems to be full because it's leaking down into our.
As you both look down, water is starting. Just small amounts of water starting to flow between your legs now.
She just kind of like,
Yeah.
Barty, it's for you. And she just walks back into the flat. Come in, come in.
All right, I'm gonna walk in.
Let's try
She goes back
Scottish.
to her perch and like gets out of the water. She like lifts her feet up and she's just like,
Who are our
He's in
guests
there.
here?
Yes. So, I'm Solomon from the.
Nice to meet you, Solomon. Oh, you're from downstairs. You're the one with the. Right, no, Scottish doesn't work for Barty either.
You're from Dundee. Fantastic. Let's have cake.
Doesn't suit him. No, fuck it. I think we're going to stick with my voice. Right, okay.
Yes. Session 0.
It's all about trying shit. And I don't get embarrassed, so that helps. What brings you here? While I'm just obviously soaking and shit spraying everywhere.
I suspect perhaps you might have you might be already in hand with the situation. Your flat seems to be over full of water, and it's.
I think it's just water anyway.
I really hope so, because it's leaking down into ours. So if the indoor fountain or whichever it is that you're trying to install it could be dealt with quickly, that would be really nice, so it doesn't damage our place.
I mean, as we quickly pan downstairs, Willow, the plaster is just really starting to peel back, and water is starting to flow down the walls now in yours. It's also multicolored water, as it's full of disgusting cleaning products.
Right.
As at one point you could swear that a soggy playing card just slides out of a gap between two planks in the ceiling.
Oh, you muted.
You're muted, my love.
Solomon, tell them it's really wet down here.
As you can tell, the situation downstairs has not improved.
I found playing cards.
Is it the Queen of Spades?
Oh yeah, how did you know?
I just got a few tricks up my sleeve.
I have a very, very like cursory just flick around my eyes at any playing cards that I can see. All that same cards.
Make me a perception check.
Get a dice out. Oh no, hang on. We do it on here, don't we? So how do I do this with? Okay,
Maybe Australian.
That's is that? Oh no, that's not mine. Hang on. Sorry, I have no idea how to use D&D Beyond's roll stuff.
That's exactly why session 0 exists. That's okay. Don't worry. If it's easier just to use normal dice, just use normal dice.
Dude, I don't even know what personality my character has. You're all good, man.
Yeah, no, I couldn't think up a voice for Solomon either.
Oh,
I've got his tonal inflection, but I haven't got a voice for him yet. Oh, that's amazing. That'll be a 1.
Nice first roll.
That's a 1.
The first natural 1.
Oh, yes.
Now then, just so we know, the way I play it, I'm very big on natural 1s and natural 20s. All right, they're big moments. All right, you lean down to pick up a handful of soggy playing cards. Looking at them, they're almost like mulching between your fingers. As you look at one, you could almost swear there's a red mark on it, like a tell. As you go to rub the card, it mulches between your fingers. It's at that point your foot goes through the wet floorboard on a natural 1. As Willow, you see Solomon's foot crunch through the plaster.
Oh, that's one way to come downstairs.
My floor!
My
ceiling!
Call it even?
Here.
I mean, if we could, is the water still flowing at this
point?
Oh
yes. And now it's flowing more. Now that your foot has made a hole through the floor, it's now dice and coins and cleaning products splashing down.
Willow, try and deal with what's going on down our end. Try and contain as much water as you can and stop it ruining everything. Actually, thinking about it, Solomon doesn't give a shit because he hasn't got any personal possessions, like worldly possessions. He's wearing them other than his staff. Make sure my staff doesn't get.
It's okay. I put your staff and my staff and my sword out of the way so that they're fine. Like, I'm not going to let anything get on my sword. That's for hitting things.
So should we
He stopped
Barty,
the water.
Barty was it? If I remember,
It's
correctly?
Barty, and I think this is a you problem because, as you can see, my wife, who I care about very dearly, is not bothered.
And now then, at this point, can I just quickly interject? Thea, you are well aware that Patter Snatch Tendencies is sending a man called Malcolm Milk Thistle to come and check your apartment out. You might have half an hour in game time, give or take, until Malcolm Milk Thistle turns up to give you flat.
I mean, is
Once
Barty aware of this? Are they aware of this,
Oh,
or is
yes.
it just me?
Right, if
No,
we
no.
all band together, we might be able to resolve this moist situation that we
Ugh.
find ourselves in.
Just get it all dealt with. You're just harshing my mood. Like, how am I supposed to create in this kind of atmosphere?
Well,
I'm gonna just turn to this elf who's just not doing anything and just be like, what is it that you do? Or
she
bring?
provides love and comfort.
Is that what love is?
It is to me.
For you. Oh,
It is to me.
I'm.
Can we
Um,
maybe have less water down here? I think the angry elf lady probably could create more art if there's less water.
You look like you got
As a playing
some
card falls through the
skills.
hole and just drip down the side of your
Oh,
face.
man, I've got nothing to fill this hole with.
I'm going to be like above the table. I've
Yourself?
got nothing I can do in this situation. Like
is
with my
it-
spells, my spells are not going to help. Like
Okay.
unless like y'all can come up with like a physical way, but she ain't going to do a physical way. If she could do it for spells, it'd be done.
Smash your ukulele up and use it as.
I will smash my ukulele up somewhere else if you suggest that
It's
again.
Barty and fill him the hole with him.
Yeah, right. Well, let's try and deal with the water feature first.
Yes,
You,
and then we'll discuss how much you owe me later on. Yes.
I owe you nothing.
You
done with my house.
you all are very aware that the landlord is coming over soon. Yes.
Yes, Malcolm. Yes, I know. He's a good friend of mine. We've got a good deal going.
What's a landlord?
What's a
Malcolm Milk
landlord?
Thistle.
It's the
what's a-
person I deal with that you don't.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you shove your beads in that hole over there, and that might sort something out.
It's a foot-sized hole.
If
Well,
you
If they're
suggest that-
foot-sized beads.
well, I mean, we could by and right, we could just stick your big snoot in there. But let's not
What?
talk about doing things to each other's personal possessions and see what we can find as a solution.
Was that a
I'm
comment
gonna
about my face?
your nose. It's quite large in comparison to others.
Say it.
Observation.
Tell me what
Okay,
you see.
Can I actually
mean,
do an
it's-
action?
You have a cow face. You have the face of a cow. I assume that's. What
Don't
you
ever
are.
call me a cow.
What are you? Now I'm just right now. He's in this now. Doesn't matter. Water's still
Wants to
pissing
know
out everywhere.
what
He's
he
in this.
so
Like,
wants to know.
what are you then? Because I've never seen.
You come into my, albeit rather moist flat, and ask me
Please,
what
no.
I am.
Right, so whilst they're arguing, Thea is literally just going to be like, and I'm going to use Mage Hand to stop the water from flowing. Because I just remembered I have that.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm assuming it's a twist. I can use Mage Hand to twist the pipe and stop it. I can turn off the water with the thing. I'm an intelligent elf. I
Okay.
would know how to turn off the water system.
Okay. Okay. Trying to work out how we'll play this out. Make me. He said, thinking about it, it's kind of still it's somewhere between dexterous and strength, isn't it? So
I mean, it's a cantrip. I don't know about that.
but you're still manipulating the hand.
Oh, that is
So
true.
I'm going to say it's a slight. I'm going to give it a sleight of hand. You've got to be dexterous to do pipe work. Plumbers are dexterous. Everyone knows that. That's why
Well,
they're always in pornos.
Yeah. And
So-
Mario can
that's
jump
fine.
It's a
high.
sleight of hand check.
Yeah, that wasn't good at all. Where was that? Where did it go? It was a 8.
8. You're tugging at the pipes, and
Hello.
something wrenches, and as you hold on, with the fist, you're keeping the water, but water's spraying out between the knuckles with the mage hand. You're sort of holding it in stasis at the moment. You may have done it, you know.
She didn't put a lot of
back
effort into it.
Yeah. So currently there's just a giant spectral fist holding the pipes underneath.
It's not
the seat.
giant. She wouldn't have summoned a giant one. It'd just be a
I'm
little
sorry,
one.
it's finely manicured.
Just a little dainty hand, because she doesn't give that much. Yeah, she just wants them to
This is
show
your
up.
house.
It's not my house. It's your
My love,
house.
I love you very much, but could you be a bit more fucking useful, please?
Wow.
What do you want me to do?
I would like you to jam that ukulele in that foot-size hole, please.
No!
Yes.
I have a lute. A lute is round and it will fit the hole better. You're not having my uke.
Right. I'm just going to shove my fist in it, and hopefully that'll work.
I mean, presumably Solomon's moved his foot at this point.
Oh yeah. I moved my foot after it went through quite sort of. I realised that I in real life did that, miming it, but you guys wouldn't have known that at all.
No, that's quite all right.
Good move.
I just didn't want him to fist your foot-hole if it was still in there.
No, it's fine. I'll get used to playing online rather than in IRL.
Okay.
Yeah, so my foot is out of the hole, ready for cow fist.
Okay.
Nice.
So just quickly panning downstairs, Willow. As you look up, you look down, you just see mulch, cards, cleaning products, dice, and some sort of weird, like, hacky sack kind of thing. You're not entirely sure what it is, but people haven't really used them out for a long time. You think you saw the kids using them on the streets when you were younger, as they're all just mulched onto the carpet in your flat. As you look up, fist comes through the ceiling.
I mean, that's making less water now.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
This is my lovely wife.
Oh, that's your fist still.
Yeah.
Don't move it though, because I'll get a face full of water.
It's poking through the hole now, and because you can't see his face, he's like doing that like it's a hand puppet. And
lovely.
So he's like, yes, nice to meet you. I'm your neighbor, and I'm sorry we met under such circumstances. But don't worry, your friend Solomon said he would cover the bill, and also
no such thing.
Lies and slander. I would like to say that.
Solly has no money, so good luck with that one.
In that case, I suggest we all get the fuck out of this building, as I believe it's a lost cause. Excuse me while I go and get all of my valuables, and I will meet you all outside where we can debrief and then discuss this with Malcolm. Goodbye, and then up.
So the dripping finger mouth that's been flapping backwards and forwards retracts through the hole, through the void, through the sphincter in the ceiling, as you're just left staring in awe up at the multicolored water seeping out of the fist hole in the ceiling. As the rest of you all gather your wits, here you pick up a sopping wet piece of paper from Pattersnatch Tendencies that's informing you that Malcolm Milkthistle will be coming round in a mere few minutes to come and inspect your property and make sure everything is in good nick and assess your rent bill for the next year. As all of you plan and scheme, that's where we're going to take a quick drinks break so that we can all refresh our drinks, go to the toilet, and just gather our wits for a moment. And welcome back to Marrowshaft Nights. Is that what you were expecting in the first half? Because I surely did not see that coming. Okay, we're going to pick back up with our adventurers in the Dusty Hood Heights apartments, where we found Theo and Barty upstairs having a bit of a tiff whilst doing some amateur plumbing and meeting their downstairs neighbours, Solomon and Willow, through some unfortunate circumstances. We all learned a lot about each other in the first half, but what exactly is going to happen now But the time is running out before Malcolm Milkthistle turns up to inspect the flat. What are you going to do?
So are you
Fucking
gonna
run.
This whole thing about paying for somewhere to live is just alien to Solomon. So he's just kind of watching everybody else to see what happens because he has no idea what he's meant to do in this situation. In the village, your roof leaks, you just fix your roof because it's your house.
Well, why don't you fix it then? I'm sat here holding the leak with my mage hand.
Which is doing fuck all, my love.
Right, fine then. I'll release it. I release my mage hand.
Oh, you get so much splashback. Literally, at this point, you just feel something warm and wet pebble dashing down the side of your face, Barty, as warm fluid just fires everywhere out of the pipes as the beautifully manicured astral elf spectral hand just retracts.
Well, this is inconvenient. I suggest we either get the fuck out or we lock the door and pretend we're not here when Malcolm arrives.
punch Malcolm? Would that help?
I'm
really good at punching.
No, last time you did that, he doubled our rent. No.
Oh,
Willow, is this true?
yeah, that did happen actually. I didn't tell you about that. That was right at the beginning when we moved in. I didn't like him. He's not really not very pleasant.
Well,
There's a sign on the front door that says, "Don't punch the landlord." That's rule number 1.
Especially if you have hooves. Surely.
Yes.
I mean, I punched him with my hands.
Oh, yeah, I was being racist. I forgot how many arms and legs a centaur has.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's my bad.
But sometimes I really like to punch them when they annoy me. It's just an option, or we could go camping. Quite like camping.
Well, howdy, y'all. Let's go. No.
We either need to fix this stuff, fill in the hole, run away, or lock the door, or punch Malcolm.
This Malcolm fellow, have I met him before?
He's the landlord, my love. We've met him probably once or twice. Don't worry, I'm the one that pays the rent, and you have no idea what I have to do to get that money. In fact, you've never even asked me about what I do for a living. Do you even know the first thing about me, my love?
No.
Oh.
Can I leave, please? I don't want to be here anymore.
Yes, just leave your money on the way out. Leave it by the door.
I have almost no money, right? So, and that's so no, I won't be doing.
I mean, so are you strong? Are you capable, more capable than this thing that I'm married to?
Oh,
I mean, that's
so hot.
that sounds good. I mean, that sounds a bit horrible to say about him. I'm not particularly strong. What did you have in mind?
Perhaps you could turn the water off. Like, is there a mains downstairs that your centaur friend could perhaps?
Could be. I don't know. I could look for one. Can I look for some water main somewhere that I could turn off or something?
Yes, of course.
Things.
Okay, good. A strong, independent centaur. That's what we like. We're going to leave the three of you arguing upstairs as the strong, independent centaur goes off, leaving her flat. You basically have a nosy around. There's a maintenance bud out the back on the ground floor, which has a plaque saying no entry on it and a brass handle.
I don't read particularly well, so it's fine. That's why I missed rule number 1.
Excellent.
Don't
So,
punch the
I'm
landlord.
going to kick down the door with my hoof.
Gotcha.
Because I'm a barbarian horse.
How are we going to do? Is that just an unarmed
I
strike?
actually do have an unarmed strike with my hooves as part of my build.
Nominal.
Oh, that's a terrible roll. I would have my proficiency because she'd be proficient in her feet.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all? Yeah, exactly.
It was only a 7 though.
Only a 7. As
I rolled a
you
3 at the dice.
You rock back on your hind quarters, slamming your hooves into the door, leaving 2 crescent moons indented on the wood as you drop back down and look at the beautiful damage that you've done to the door.
I tried the door handle.
Sure. As you reach for the door handle, it just opens in your hand. As the door's slightly janky and jarred now that you've slammed it back into the frame, as you have to tug quite hard on the handle as it pops out and just sort of leans at a wonky angle. You look in, you see it's a maintenance cupboard, all sorts of like buckets, mops, cleaning products. There's all sorts of glass vials and jars with little labels on them. Some of them have got skull and crossbones. There's various powders, shelves with like tools and stuff like that on it. As you see at the back, a set of thick pipes. 3 pipes, 3 valves, left to right.
Okay, so there's 3 valves. Is there any markings or anything that shows where they might be related to?
Yeah, it's just red, blue, and yellow.
Okay, question. How many floors is this block of flats?
Oh, brilliant. 4.
Right, so that doesn't particularly help. She's had a little think, and she can't align. There's 3 pipes and 4 floors. So she's just going to go for the middle one and try and turn that one off.
Okay. So you turn the middle pipe off.
Mhm.
The valve off, even. You hear nothing particularly.
And then because she's not sure exactly how to tell if this is done or not, she's just going to turn the other 2 off as well.
So turning the other 2 valves off, you hear from upstairs, you can see noticeably the water starts slowing down, dripping out of the pipes. It's no longer splashing on the side of your face, Barty.
Oh. See, I told you I could do it.
I'm fairly sure that's probably Willow have turned off the water. I mean,
No. I think it was my cow fist.
but that just blocked the hole. That didn't stop the water coming out of the pipe.
See, no. I still think it was me and my wife, who was outstanding, by the way.
You said that she wasn't helping at all.
I was
That's
just
why she took her mage hand away, and that's how there's more water now.
No, I was overcome with emotion. Just
don't
my
seem
love
very
blinded me to the true help that.
You're a monk, yeah? Do you know how to dissolve marriages? Because seriously, do you see what I'm being kept married to?
Oh, you.
No, I'm not that. No, I'm not that sort of monk. Apologies. Not sure who to. So the water stopped. That's good. Yes. So I'm going to go downstairs and see if we can patch the hole in our ceiling. I'm assuming that landlords don't like holes in their floors or ceilings.
Well, he's due here any moment, and I don't really want to deal with him right now. I might go and see Mrs. Spaff Blanket upstairs and go up there.
Ah, Mrs. Spaff Blanket. Thank you so much. Excellent.
She's an old woman. She has 7 weasels as pets.
I hate you.
Why weasels?
I don't know why Mrs. Splaff Blanket. I don't know. This is what I'm just throwing this at AJ and hoping he runs with it.
Sure. Okay. Right. So, Solomon, you go back downstairs to hook up with Willow as you assess the damage in your own ceiling on your own carpet. Your carpet is a myriad of different cleaning products and colors and melted playing cards and just crap and detritus. There's knives, forks, spoons, cutlery. Pretty much everything has flowed from upstairs to downstairs. As you can see, the planking just sticking at the side of the hole in the ceiling is quite impressive.
Okay. So I'm going to look around the room. Has Willow
Have I come back?
me yet? Or is she
Presumably
still on
so.
her way back?
I come back quite proud, and I was like, I turned the pipes off. I don't know which one did it, so I turned them all off.
I mean, that actually sounds like quite a good plan.
What I thought.
Better to cover all of the eventualities. Well, the water stopped, but we do need to hurry up. Yeah, well done.
Okay.
Now we need to fix.
Wait. I'm gonna go and dig in, see if I've got like a really huge blanket to throw on the floor and cover up the carpet a bit, like a rug. Just be like, yeah. I don't know how good that is, but if we just put some blankets down.
Why do you need the carpet? Surely floorboards are good enough.
Yeah, but
that's all we had at the temple is floorboards. Like,
yeah, but putting up floorboards takes. No, putting up carpets takes a while. And then.
But this is already ruined, so why are we? Okay.
We're just covering
it. DM question: what furniture have we got? We can try and take to pieces to try and fill this hole.
You've got, as you look around, you see a bookshelf, an armchair, a kitchen table, and like just a little occasional table that's got like a vase on it.
Is the small table big enough to fill the hole, or would we need to?
Yep.
Okay,
just a small little. It could be a coffee table, could be an occasional table.
Okay, cool. Right, okay, so let's take the top off this table and then try and fix it into the hole. You may have to do that. You're a bit taller than me, unless you want me to stand on your back. I know that you only seem to want me to do that when you're inebriated.
You know what? No, it's fine. I will let you get on me, and then you can stand on my back. And that'll probably be the easiest way. I promise I won't move too much.
Please don't. We're trying to fix this. Remove the essentially tabletop from the little side table thing, and then trying to fix that into the hole. Have I got anything on me that I could use as a hammer to knock it in? I could try and use my quarterstaff to try and knock it in as a hammer. But I mean, it's going to be pretty unwieldy. That's probably going to make my life more difficult.
You've got a hoof and flatmate.
Yeah, but the hooves.
How's she going to get her hoofs up there?
I don't know. D&D's lots of magic and stuff.
Do you not have a toolkit in your house? I mean, really?
Yeah, I mean, I would say for the sake of narrative, for the rule of cool, you'd have a toolkit.
Okay,
so you have the bare basics of living in a bloody house means you probably have a hammer and some nails.
Brilliant, perfect. That's all I need.
So you go to it, standing on Willow's back. You push. Standing on the back of a horse, you push the occasional table, smashing the legs off it, and you take a hammer and some nails, and you start banging away. Now, at this point, Barty, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, is it the ferrets? Right,
are you still up there? Have you gone up to the ferrets?
No, I'm still up there for now. But I probably will be going to see the old lady upstairs in a bit. Let's see how we go. That is a 10.
A 10. As you go and mention to Theo that you're going to go and see Madame Spaff Blanket upstairs, you hear a bang and a sharp pain in the bottom of your foot as a nail comes through the floor, crunching into the meat of the small of your foot. You take... You take 3 points of piercing damage as a nail comes clean through the floor, crunching into the meat.
Oh, my foot meat.
Oh. Did you say something?
As you hold the other nail up, blood starts dripping through the table, just dripping down the side of your face.
Oh.
What
would be I'd turn to Willow. What sort of piping has red liquid in it?
You can.
She kind of reaches up and takes some off your face. It's like that's blood.
Another way, Barty's just staring down at the fucking nails.
Is everybody okay up there?
Our feet near the hole. Doing construction work. Maybe you should have told them that. Oh, we should probably have told them we were doing construction work.
I mean, he's literally the one who told me to fix the hole. They both told me that I should fix the hole, and so now I'm fixing it. Surely, if they're the ones that told me to do it, they should know that I was going to be doing it. Why did I need to tell them again?
Well, I didn't move. I'm fine.
My love, help me. My foot meat is bleeding.
If that isn't the name of the episode,
I'm just gonna say, as a bard, I do have the ability to cure and heal the 3 points of hit damage, but...
Yeah, but as a basic living entity, you've got some compassion to your albeit, you're not quite fond of the husband, but he's nailed to the floor via his foot. So, my love, would you care to help your loving husband, please? Please, for once in your life, please stand up out of the chair and do something. A song will not help.
Like, literally all you need to do is lift your foot out of the nail you're standing on. Like, is it that difficult for you to bend your knee?
as you look down, you hear more bangs as more sharp nails just jut up like, doof, 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 through the floor, just sticking proud. But none of them hit you.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to remove my foot, all the while giving my wife some serious stink eye.
Okay. Make me a... Oof. Let's have a think about this. Maybe a survival check. No, that's wisdom based. I don't mean that, do I? It's just going to be strength, isn't it? Just make me an athletics check.
I will do that. Not a problem. That's a 13.
13! You grab your ankle and you pull upwards as the metal crunches against metal. The metal crunches against muscle and bone as a wet noise as you pull your foot off the nail. Looking down, you can just see a tiny hole going all the way through your foot as it drips blood. Do you know the other thing you notice? All the cleaning products that have washed across the floor, the caustic cleaning products, are really starting to burn as they get into your...
I guess.
Moo.
Oh, God.
In case anyone was unsure, that was a loud moo.
Oh. You're just editing out some sort of swear word there in bovine.
The sounds that we are hearing in the flat downstairs.
Yeah.
Is it actually bad though, or is he just like?
It's 3 points of piercing damage. Bad. I mean, he's walking around the flat, leaving bloody footprints.
Oh shit! We only have 15 health.
I'm going to write in blood with my foot.
Right. Okay,
Sorry, we missed the rent on the floor.
In the rug. Phenomenal. It's at this point. Willow, you smell it. Up until now, you've been distracted by the screams from upstairs, the banging of your partner, hammering an occasional table into the ceiling. It's at that point something offends your nose. It really gets into the back of your palate, just really tickling it. First of all, you can't work out what it is. It might be slightly burnt or something like that. And then you get it. It's fecal matter. As you look over at your bathroom, the smell that's emanating from the toilet is foul.
Oh, Solomon, stinky.
What?
Can you smell that? There's something wrong with our bathroom. I think this has all caused all sorts of issues, and there's now a backup. And I'm blaming upstairs.
I mean, it could
Possibly
be that.
the pipes I turned off.
Yes, I was going to suggest that, considering that seems to have
Which
water in it
pipe
and
to
goes
turn
somewhere.
off?
Well, I mean, do we now just go and turn them back on?
Oh, no,
And
because
hope
if we
for the
turn
best?
back on, we'll get the water. Oh, well, it will leak less into our house because we've now filled up their hole, and it will just make their flat.
But it'll make a new hole into ours, probably.
Yes.
It will
Not
probably cause more. I
sure.
feel we've done a lot of damage to this building today in an hour.
You fancy moving? Because to be honest, I
Is that what
wasn't gonna pay-
happens? What,
I mean,
like,
it's what I do.
you're done with a place, do you just move? You just
I
leave?
do. I do.
Oh.
I wasn't really
Oh.
going to pay the rent. I didn't like the landlord, and he wouldn't let me stay here for free, so sod him.
So if people don't let you stay somewhere for free, you're allowed to sort of just leave.
I say so.
Okay.
We haven't agreed to anything, and like I'm a free
He's going to
spirit.
note this down.
You're a free spirit. I don't live by rules. Do you live by rules? Well, you live by your
Well,
rules.
yes. Actually, I live like by the rules of the wardens. I've explained.
Yeah,
this
but
to you.
not the landlord's rules. But the rules of the warden is totally different to the landlord rules. So I think
Yes, because it's about that's about monster hunting.
As
Exactly.
you're both having this conversation, you look over and you see a very portly, slightly elderly gentleman in a brown suit propped up in the door frame, who's currently he's wiping a tear from his eye due to the miasma of urine and urea in the air from the backflow of the toilet. As he's like, "Nice to meet you. Welcome, Milk
hello?
Thistle."
welcome.
Yes, the
There
person
seems
from
to be
the letting
problem.
agency.
That's right.
Pipes are all backed up.
Oh
Somebody
dear.
turned them off. Don't know who, but somebody turned them off. Upstairs has had a leak and destroyed everything, and I'm not standing for this. You know, we've had this conversation before. I'm not standing for this kind of swallow. Can you smell this? Can you smell that?
Can I
we've been
smell
given?
it? It's a 4D taste and smell
need-
sensation.
need-
It's
Not me.
everywhere. Eyes,
I would
ears,
say-
nose.
One of your maintenance people has been entirely irresponsible and has caused wanton, I tell you, destruction, which I will not stand for. It's destroyed my home and upstairs' home. So there's 4 people who will be completely homeless now because of your maintenance people's actual wanton destruction of property. I'd like to intimidate him until he believes me that this was not our fault.
Would you like to make a deception check?
No, I want to intimidate him.
Okay, you can intimidate him if you want. Go on.
I specifically don't want to.
I want to bully him into
want to
thinking
bully
my
him.
way.
Slamming your hoof into his chest repeatedly.
So that's still only a 10.
10, as you just keep on marching him backwards, just slowly hoofing him, just giving him the 3rd degree. As he also rolls for perception, as he rolled pretty high, to be honest, as he looks at you, at first concerned, looking up at the occasional table nailed to the ceiling, and then he looks sideways at the maintenance door with 2 hoof marks smashed into it, as he looks down at the hoof being waved in front of him. He's like, I think maybe we might want to assess the situation a little bit more. Your story is not holding water. I see what you mean.
Well, okay, so what happened?
Neither do your
is-
flats, apparently.
Yeah, no, your flats aren't holding water. We had to put that table in because a hole appeared upstairs because they have a leak. All started with a leak. Which I'm
All right.
sure shoddy workmanship. Go and have a word with them, and they'll tell you about their shoddy workmanship.
All right, maybe I will. But seriously. Oh, okay. You want to usher me out of the room? Okay. As
That's kind of my plan.
he walks
Yeah.
away from the smell, it's getting almost unbearable. Like the fecal miasma that's just in the very air itself is almost unbearable. As he stomps his way up the stairs, splashing with every foot, as there's still water on the stairs, desperately holding onto the rail for dear life. He appears outside the upstairs apartment. Now, Theo, Barty, you hear a
Do we answer the door or?
God's sake.
No one's here.
Oh. she just like, and for the first time, like Theo will
Stands up.
actually
No.
stand up and go to the door. She will leave her seat and she will go to the door and open it.
As the door swings open, you see a portly, slightly elderly-looking gentleman with slicked-back grey hair who's currently lifting up one foot with a very wet trouser leg, having stomped upstairs. Well met, Malcolm, Milk Thistle, Tata Snatch Tendencies. I'm here to, view your flat. As he looks around at the absolute carnage, noticing he locks eyes with the bloody message pasted across the rug.
Okay, right. So seeing that he's seen that, she will do like hold his face of her hand, so like she moves it back to her, and she's like, "Mark, darling, we were expecting you," and brings him in. And as she does, I would like to cast Charm Person.
Okay.
Okay. Does that do it?
Remind me of the mechanics of Charm Person. What did you?
You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within your range. It must make a Wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. If it fails, the saving throw is charmed by you until the ends.
Is a tendency dispute fighting?
No. I think you're all right. Okay, so Malcolm Milk Thistle is going to make a Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Seems like a wise guy.
20. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
It's fine. I'll roleplay the charm. You watch me.
Malcolm feels this warmth tickle into him as your powers just waft over him, as he feels a kind of like warmth and liking towards you that he doesn't really feel. As after a while, the years of cynicism and bitterness of being a landlord inspector, is like, I won't be fooled by your magical titillations. As he takes out a board. He's got like a little clipboard as he just ticks a little box that says magical manipulation. Ticks another one that says wet carpet.
Yeah, that was my entire repertoire, I'm afraid. Yeah, I don't care. My name's not on the tenancy, so this is your problem.
Hello, Mr. Milk Thistle. I limp over, dragging my bloody foot behind me. And I'll extend the hand to shake Mr. Milk Thistle's hand. Does he accept?
Yes, he tentatively puts out an old, calloused hand. He's got kind of like those sort of yellow nicotine-y fingernails. Well met. As he's still like just lifting his like trouser legs out of the water. He's slightly repulsed by all of this as you just see him ticking more things on his clipboard, looking around as he smells the air for fecal backwater in the toilets, which is backlogging at a ridiculous rate. He also looks down and picks up a playing card. It's like mulch in his hand.
What nice nicotine-y fingers you have. Old and callous, I see. Yes. Fancy a game of cards?
To what manner would that be of advantage to me?
Well, clearly there's something wrong here. And I'll gesture to the apartment and then down to my foot.
Which is just arterial blood.
Yeah.
Just
There's something not quite right here, my good man. Me and my lovely wife here, we run! Just run. I'm just gonna run down the stairs as best I can.
Okay.
This is actually perfect because I was in the middle of writing Kat a Discord message to discuss this while you were role-playing your bit. I was going to say, do you want to... He seemed quite... To Willow. He seemed quite cross. Should we just stick to your original plan of leaving. So this is like literally just after he's left, as we heard him going up the stairs. So, do you want to maybe leave? Maybe that cow-faced gentleman, Barty, said something about like hiding around the side of the building or something. If they're going to be running as well, maybe that's where they'll be coming out and all meet and leave together.
Okay. She's just going to go to the cupboard and, well, obviously this is all happening upstairs. She'll have grabbed, like, her staff, Solomon's staff, a great sword, strapped that on her back, grabbed their backpacks. And, yeah, they'll have probably then run into Barty if he gets past Uckham and downstairs.
Okay. So you're all fleeing the scene of the crime as you leave Malcolm Milk Thistle,
I mean,
the
like
water
that.
slowly soaking up to his knees.
I don't think Theo would actually run after Barty in such a manner. She would instead use like her what is it called in this? Starlight Step. As a bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Wow.
So probably just do that. And she just kind of like smiles at Malcolm and looks out the window outside, and she's just like, "Bye."
Just slowly crumbles into stardust.
Like
and
picks up the
vanishes.
ukulele and she's like, "Bye."
As Malcolm just looks around with his clipboard, ticking off a few more things, as nobody is there to hear him sighing under his breath, as he's like, "Fucking magic users." As he just lifts his damp foot up out of the carpet. Where are you all fleeing to?
Before I leave, can I just as I run down the stairs and show goodbye, Mrs. Spaff Basket, and I'll run down the stairs. I'm going to
an elderly lady comes out onto the landing. She looks like she's mostly made out of she looks like the Michelin Man, but made out of wrinkles and leather, as she's like 50% knitted wool, and she just has like a small stubby cigarette in one hand, as just 7 little weasels run to her feet, as she's like, "Oh, goodbye! Goodbye!"
It was her fault! It was her fault! And then I'll run.
As you just leave a clean pair of heels splashing water and blood down the stairs, with the shocked look on poor Madame Spaff Blanket's face. Where are you all fleeing to?
I mean, outside first, away from the smell. Be great. Is the smell really bad outside as well? So
the water didn't really ever make it out the foyer, so it's sort of a bit wet and damp in the foyer. The smell in the building is fucking majestic, but once you burst out onto the street, now the thing you see about Marrowshaft is busy, it's bustling, and you're in the Nudger's Nook district. There's so much stuff going on. There's just traders running up and down the street. There's people, commuters, businessmen. There's carts coming up and down the street, carriages, horses, you name it. It's going on. It is a busy district.
If me and Solomon run out, is there, and we take a few moments to kind of just work out what we're going to do we see either Thea, Starlight?
I imagined it like you guys are running out, and then Thea pops in front of you as you two are running out the door, and she's just kind of like, "So, we're leaving."
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Let's.
Where's the other one? Barty?
He'll be here. Don't worry about him. This way, Barty.
We have the pretty lady, so we don't need the one, really.
I need him. We cannot leave him behind. Bella will never believe me if we do not take him with us. Like, we need to take him.
Okay, well, we'll give him a couple of seconds.
I was going to say, you've just said that we should leave and he'll be fine, so we are literally leaving him behind.
We should. That's
semantics.
So what should we do? I'm confused.
He's coming. He's coming. No, he'll catch up. I'm sure.
Do we know anywhere to go, or are we just I know there's a field not far that we can camp in for the night if we want to camp.
Looking around, you see a local pub at the end of the street. The publican has just come out. He's sweeping the doorstep and opening the front doors. The early drinkers, the guys who like to get in there early doors, are queuing up outside.
We should go for a drink. It's way past drinking hour.
No. Things never go well and you've been drinking, and today has already started badly.
If we go to the pub, we have a drink, we can stay at the pub, we can make plans, have some more beer, do some other things, definitely have more beer, and I can do some arm wrestling.
Are you suggesting that we hide in the pub?
Yes.
The pub literally
across the road from where the carnage that we've just caused.
Yeah.
You can also see other shops. There is a florist.
I don't think like hiding in something like across the road from the destruction. That I'm thinking like we need to hoof it to the other side of the entire district. Like,
and as you say hoof it, she just kind of lifts her hooves up at you like this.
Oh, it was a pun.
Not an intentional one.
Okay, maybe I can't make a plan.
As you've all stood there so long working out what to do, Barty, you feel a slap on your shoulder as you turn around and you see Malcolm Milkthistle has splodged downstairs in his wet loafers as he's standing behind you with the clipboard as he's like, right, your review is done. I am happy to say you have trashed your flat.
Technically, it's your
he
flat.
Rips off a small piece of paper off the bottom of his clipboard. He's got a little tearaway bit at the bottom. As he hands it to you with a failed stamp on it, he said, well, there you go. I don't know why I've become French. As he's like, there you go. That's a fail, and the damages will come to 40,000 gold pieces.
Well, bugger. I would like to say to you, Mr. Milkthistle, that I don't believe that Mrs. Spaff Blanket is allowed to have pets in the building. So I suggest that you pay more attention to that than the catastrophic damage caused by your faulty craftsmanship of the building, because I'll slap him and run.
Well, no, I was just about to suggest Willow do something similar, but like more knockout.
I can't really run. I'm still dragging my foot behind me.
As you slap him,
I've broken the
run.
rule.
You broke the rule.
The one rule. And no pets.
As Malcolm Milkthistle just feels the slightly red side of his face as he watches people just charging off down the street. As he's like, I fucking do this every single time. Every fucking time they do this. They forget. As he holds up a little vial of blood, they sign a blood pact. And they always fucking trash the joint. As he just puts the little vial of your blood that you gave at point of tenancy back in his pocket and just walks off with a clipboard as you all charge down the road holding the little snippet of paper that says failed in massive red letters, saying that you owe 40,000 gold pieces. Where are you all going?
Can I just say this is a catastrophically bad outcome for a session 0. Immediately before the campaign even started, we owe 40,000 gold.
Well, you do. My name isn't on the thingy.
Can I just say as well, if you were planning on getting away from him, you are literally leaving red footprints behind you, which have gone all the way from your apartment and are just like on the road.
I am just following these guys because I have very low intelligence. So, I don't know why I'm having any say. I've got like -1 for intelligence.
At the moment, I feel. Are we? What do we need to flee the city?
We need to flee the city, guys. We need to flee the city. This is ridiculous. 40,000. 40,000 gold.
Is that a lot? Is that hard to come by?
What you have times 1,000,000.
We can't that doesn't work that way.
Oh no, it's. I'm just trying to give him Solomon has nothing, so it's trying to give him that idea of understanding.
No, he's a monk. He's a monk. Yes. Okay. No. I can do this. I can do this with in a poetic way. It is like the first sunrise after like a thunderstorm. It is like that expensive. Like it is that kind of like incredible intensity. Like it is like the passing down of knowledge from a grandfather to a grandchild. It is that kind of like wealth.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot. That is a lot.
It worked. Well done.
That is a
I
lot.
often have real problems getting through to Solly. By the way, I like to call him Solly, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't.
Gets very angry.
So,
Willow.
what happens about this? Let's do one problem at a time. Leaving
Run
the
very
city,
far,
yes.
very fast.
It seems to be
away.
the general consensus of what you all seem to think needs to happen.
Well, I've been trying to get Barty to leave the city for months now, and he won't do it. So yes, let's do that. Let's go. Let's go.
Go.
Just
Yes.
leave me behind,
where are you
guys.
going?
It's fine. Just leave me. I'm just hobbling back here, running away from a
As-
scabby
Right, and
landlord.
you will be
You
like,
are all
like-
arguing. You're all arguing in a circle. All of you espousing your views loudly, vocally.
No, I
waving
thought we
your
were still
arms.
running as we were doing this. Like I imagined we were like hastily retreating whilst we were talking.
No,
we,
no,
weren't,
hastily
we weren't
retreating.
standing still. Like there
No,
was no way I was having that conversation stood still.
But at some point, you pause in your fleeing as you hear a little cough as a small child dressed in dirty rags and like just a patina of grime on him just goes just holding out a beautiful envelope towards you that has a wax seal on it. It says LF.
LF?
He's just got a wet hacking cough, this little child. He's a as he just hacks something up onto the cobbles, and just he's still he like
Okay, I'm gonna take it. Thank you. Has someone got a gold to pay this thing? I'm a bard who's been like unable to work for a while.
I'll instantly give the child a gold piece and also
You have money?
some
you
and some. If I've got any like food, like dry rations or anything, I'll give him some.
Wow.
Some of that.
That's beautiful. As you see the child, you take the envelope off him, you pull out a gold piece and you put it into the horrible, phlegmy, wet hand of the child. He closes his hands on it, his eyes as large as dinner plates. He's a street orphan from the Underhelm, which is the kind of sort of underworld of Marrowshaft. He's never seen a gold piece before. He's barely seen a copper piece. He's in absolute awe as he giggles and runs off. You've basically destabilized the Marrowshaft economy. Like his family will buy.
Yeah, like the gold piece is nothing to Theo. Like the only reason she's here is because she's married to Barty. Like,
I'm starting to feel like he's holding you back.
no shit.
Oh, and all Barty wants is to be loved.
Poor Barty.
If I don't find my muse, I'm not. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I need my muse back.
So what does it say?
You've just got a beautiful, very beautiful cream papered envelope with a dark red leather with a dark red wax seal on it that says LF.
Does anyone know an LF? She says, flicking her thumb underneath it and like unfurling it.
No.
Ugh, this doesn't bode well, does it? And so she looks at the note and starts reading it. What does the note say, please?
As you crack open the seal, the envelope opens and there is a beautiful gilded card in there. As you pull the beautiful gilded card out, written in lovely flowing handwriting, it says, "You are cordially invited to the Underhelm. An opportunity has arisen. we would like you to interview for an opening where you will be tested due to your particular skills. Payment negotiable on interview. Yours, Lascivious Finch.
Oh, god damn it. Right, guys, I've got an idea how we might be able to get out of this situation.
You're aware that Lascivious Finch is the broker of crime in the city. He's the middleman who organizes most of the nefarious business that goes on that keeps Marrowshaft ticking over. He's the one who brokers jobs. He's the guy who keeps the criminals and the wealthy apart. He's the middleman, so that he greases the wheels. You've clearly been given an opportunity here.
Want.
Right, okay. Is there an address on it?
It tells you to meet outside the Order of the Tattered Circle, which you would know is like a haven for orphans and the poor.
And also, is it a tavern, tattered circle?
No,
It's
Like a district, isn't
it's almost like a workhouse, say, like a poorhouse for the orphans and children.
Okay, so Theo wouldn't know where that is. She would know where the bars are, and probably some nice shops that sell musical instrument things.
I
So-
suspect that Willow and Solomon know where it is.
Yes.
Willow only because Solomon has made her go and do some kind of charitable service there. I feel like Solomon probably knows where the workhouses are for the poor abandoned orphans.
Yeah, if I've been here for a little while, I might know them. I'll have maybe a vague idea of at least where they would be. Not exactly where that one would be, but I maybe have a good idea of where this sorts of places
Barty?
are in the city.
You local?
I'm going to say Barty grew up there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful way to join the circle.
Lovely.
So, as you all hold the envelope, which has the ability to change your fortunes, to realign your stars, you all look down at yourselves, dripping wet, covered in all sorts of chemicals. Barty, you look down at your bleeding foot, limping. All of you realize that this here may be the beginning of something either wonderful or terrible. There's only one way to find out. That is where we are going to pause this very special Session 0 Marrowshaft Nights.
Amazing. That was so good. Dude.
Woo! Go team!
That was amazing.
Well, listeners, if anyone is still here, we really hope you stayed with us. We really hope you enjoyed that. That's just a little taster of what's to come. We're going to be putting together a limited run campaign to see how things go. That is just setting the scene, giving you a little flavor of what's to come. I mean, all of the people here, we're all just trying out these characters. We're trying out this universe. We're going to adapt it. We're going to reflect on it. We're going to improve upon it. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourself. And if you do, you want to check out more of what's going on, there will be more episodes. Marrowshaft Nights will return. But in the meantime, why don't you get yourself down to the subscribe button, which I'm sure is somewhere down there. Wherever your subscribe button is, why don't you go and hammer that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode of Marrowshaft Nights. And if you're feeling really fruity, why not leave us a comment?
Ooh.
Yeah, your comments and your feedback are much appreciated. How else are we going to grow as people? So whether you love us or you hate us, you know, if you vitriolically hate us, leave us a comment. Why not? It's all appreciated. But yeah, that's about all we're going to achieve for one day. But before we do wrap this up, we just want to say a massive thank you and a goodbye for sticking with us. It is a massive goodbye from Barty himself, the bloody-footed cow bandit. Ow.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Barty may change again I'm still trying to figure out what and who he is. I think I've settled on something actually, but we'll see. His accent might change again. His attitude to his wife might change again. We'll see what happens when the campaign starts. But it's good to get that tester session down and play with a few things and try a few things that haven't been tried before and just see what's what and play with you guys. Yes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a right laugh.
Amazing. It's a massive goodbye from the astral elf of Sass herself. It is Mash.
Done for her to be so mean, but he loved me too much. Thea's got her priorities in order. She wants her muse back, and I'm afraid that really is true love. So Barty's got a lot of learning to do.
And he needs to figure out who he is.
Yeah, he has to figure out who he is first. Maybe that's part of the journey.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. We'll see. The only way you're going to find out, listeners, is if you click the subscribe and come back next week. It is a massive goodbye from the equine plumber herself, Willow. That's the first major screw up. Almost lost it there. Willow.
I think plumbing isn't in her future. As a rule, I feel like plumbing might not be in her future. But I did successfully turn all the pipes off and stop all the water to the entire block of flats. So there we go.
Too little, too
she's
late.
not the most intelligent. She just does.
Open the door after the horse is gone, I think.
Yeah, exactly that. I have thoroughly enjoyed her and Solomon connecting.
Aww. Have to see how that one pans out. Everyone loves a character arc. I'm looking forward to it. And last but not least, it is the man who hammers a nail into your foot meat. It is Solomon himself.
10 years at the temple to learn how to use that hammer so deftly. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much for having me, and thank you for inviting me on to do more. I'm really looking forward to it. Solomon, again, kind of like Barty, he might change a little bit. Now I've got to play as him and seeing how he reacts to stuff. I might try and see if I can find a more distinct voice for him. I don't know. It might stay the same. I can't settle on anything at the moment. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what else happens. And he's really looking forward to seeing if this envelope means more monsters. Because more monsters means more knowledge, which means he's in the good books with the temple.
Brilliant. Okay. That's very, very exciting. Before we let you all go, just in case you did want to get in contact with us, does everyone want to just quickly shout out their Twitter X handles, whatever Elon calls it these days? Anyone got any social handles? Cal, you got any social handles you want to?
Yeah, at Sealy TTRPG on pretty much everything, but I don't have everything, so you'll just have to play a guessing game as to which social media site I'm on. Good luck, weary travelers.
Amazing.
It is a hellscape. I'm Mashashy. I am on Twitch most days of the week with Breakfast Bants. Although I am a flesh tuber now, I am usually a VTuber. So you get to see my face right now. You weren't on a morning because I'm tired. And yeah, I wrote a book. It's called A Prelude to Night. So if you like my crazy antics and want to see some hot elf on elf action, go read A Prelude to Light because it's awesome. Well, I get told it is. I'm not allowed to say that.
It's really good.
It's big-headed to say that it's awesome. Really, isn't it? I don't know. Sales pitch, you're supposed to say it's good.
It's good.
Brilliant. Kalvin even? Ooh. Kalvin?
That's all right. That's a common mistake. That one's fine. Yeah, so I am K of double K, like almost everywhere. Kind of like Sealy. I'm a couple of places I'm not, but you'll mainly find me on Twitch Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 10 a.m. BST, where I'll be doing my nonsense streams of talking nonsense and playing video games and trying to make people laugh. And I also have YouTube, so if you want to check out my stuff on there, that's edited by one of my lovely mods, Iola. He does a sterling job of making me look good. So yeah, if you want to check me out there, please do. You don't have to. It's entirely up to you.
No. And finally, Kat, where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter as. Oh, firstly, I would like to say that Masha's book is good. There you go. I've said it. I said it. There we go. Cat Tulip on Twitter. It's probably the only place you're going to find me. Or you can find me on K of Double K's channel, yelling in the background and serving him coffee in the morning.
She is the double of the double K.
Double of the double K, and I do serve coffee in the morning.
Coffee and sass.
Can I help you?
Sass is my specialty.
Phenomenal.
Delicious.
You can track me down. I'm obviously the Dungeon Master of the Adventurers Anonymous podcast. You can find us all over the place. Adventurers-anonymous.com. You can find us at Adventurers ANO #1 on Twitter. We're also on Instagram. Or you can just find us wherever you get your podcasts from and get yourself a good old dollop of fun-packed fantasy fuck nuggetry. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep on hanging out with these wonderful people, and we're going to concoct more adventures for you to enjoy. So keep an eye out for that. Once again, hammer the subscribe button if you haven't already, and never miss another episode again. We'll see you all soon.
Laters.
Bye.